is at the very least going to be the first person to get to 5 wins. And then it is going to be up to ArcGraves to understand and adapt to what BreadMaster has for him right at the top. And then, if and when he does that, then it's going to be a matter of BreadMaster really stretching his legs on this first to 10 to see if he can come up with a way to adapt in an extended set, which he's never had to do before. But that's my bet. That's my initial bet.
Also, we are on, well, not really Yoshi's Island, but this stage benefits Killick a little bit more because he has reverse bringouts. But in the matchup in general, for the Killick-Taki matchup, I feel that it's a bit in Killick's favor. The few recent changes that they did in the final patch before they ruined Taki's ring-out game was buffing her 2A and her BA a little bit more. And so one of the things that... good punish by BreadMaster.
Yeah, there you go.
One of the main things that Killick has an advantage is really the distance game. But because BreadMaster is still a younger player, I feel that nerves are going to be the biggest thing. If he comes out strong within the first 2 matches, I do feel that he can get a substantial lead, and it'll be extremely hard for ArcGraves to actually get inside. But right now, he seems to be, just putting in work, and while Rising B hits, connects, goes for a quick low.
Yeah, I think overall, he's trying to... I mean, both of them are playing actually a significantly slower game than I would have expected. I actually think that ArcGraves would be... It would be more beneficial for ArcGraves to really go in a little bit harder, because otherwise, you're kind of dealing with a character that's more of a mid-ranging kind of guy who wants to play that slower match. Ooh, that's a tech jump there. Okay, so maybe I spoke too soon. but yeah, when he gets... ArcGraves is really playing like this slow... He's really good at changing the tempo so far in both of these rounds. He's either going really slow or really hot.
Yeah, good blocking, good punish. ArcGraves is playing this really well. One of the things that is kind of an issue with Taki is that Taki has a few very precarious mix-up situations where she can throw them out, but...
Nice punch. Jesus Christ. He was 100% prepared for that. Sorry to cut you off, but that was really good.
Yeah. Like, one of the things that a good low hit and good punish by BreadMaster. He's on the board, and he's got 2 meters. So, one of the things that I can say in this matchup with Killick is that the primary problem is that Taki struggles at a particular what's-your-character distance where Killick can fight quite comfortably. But ArcGraves really, he caught him with the jaw, oh my goodness!
I think that's something that we're going to see from both players, because the times that I have played against BreadMaster, there was a lot of tech traps, a lot of ways where he gets a significantly larger amount of damage just based on when the opponent wants to tech up off the ground. So it's going to be a matter of which player is going to be more comfortable dealing with that a little bit more often. BreadMaster getting caught hella mashing quite a lot, and you can't really do that against Taki. So that's going to give ArcGraves the first game. Is he going to want to stay on this stage? I didn't see which one he decided to choose. Okay, he decided to stick on the stage. I guess that makes sense. I think Killick's ring-out game is significantly better.
The other thing, like with this stage in particular, like why I think it's a good idea to stick with Killick, that drops now on the final patch. Like on the final patch they did before they stopped patching it, they actually randomly made a few of Taki's more mediocre conversions worse, and I don't understand why. Like yeah, hit him with a 3B, but like on this stage, if you're gonna play it in this matchup, I feel that's advantageous to Killick because you start off at a range where Taki can't start the fight and Killick can throw stuff out, and he did. Thanks for playing.
Yeah, there you go. One thing that we haven't really seen all that often yet is Killick's auto-GIs. I'm kind of surprised that we haven't seen BreadMaster go for that kind of stuff. It makes me think that he's not comfortable in this matchup. That's just my guess, but it's surprising to me that we haven't seen him go for any of that stuff, because Taki's pressing a lot of buttons, as is her wont. And the fact that he's not going for that... Ooh, did you see that duck on that AB? Fantastic stuff.
Nice. Good micro step. Like so, just going in, caught him with the mid, disco kicks, and get up off me on my demon dude.
Oh no.
Backing stick, nope.
Okay.
Goes for the mid, good, 50-50. Whoa!
That was so ballsy to go for that heel cancel right there. Scary stuff. If he had just decided to do like 6-6K or something, he might have been dead.
Yeah, and the 4-4K was a good idea because if you would have caught him on counter hit, that would have launched him and killed him. And I think the heel would have hit as a counter hit.
Yeah, you might be right.
So one thing that good stuff. And
see, this is where it's
just
ArcGraves' bread and butter. The second he's able to get BreadMaster in a standing, small frame disadvantage situation when they're up close, he just completely falls apart, which is to be expected in a character matchup like this.
So one thing I do not like with that current situation with ArcGraves is that he hit him for the restand. He could have did like Wall Rising K and then went for a heavy damage, but he wants to restand him directly in front, and he's catching BreadMaster slipping right now. No cancel. Goes for the bombs. He's not going for any grabs though. And one of the things that Omega XCN was doing a lot was, oh my goodness!
I didn't know. I wasn't sure. Oh, it track slash
no punish
track slash retrack. Oh my god, that was okay. So a little bit of spaghetti there. I can't tell if ArcGraves is comfortable dealing with Killick's Soul Charge or not. Sometimes it seems like he is, and sometimes not. I don't know.
Yeah. So right there, like him going in for that 6/6 A plus B. That right there, I hate it because it's like because the stage starts off so far away, Killick gets a free hit from distance.
Right. So I think this is going to scale pretty heavily, right? He may not be dead. I apologize if I'm wrong. I was sort of right, sort of wrong, but that was not. All right, so BreadMaster ends up taking it that time. So, man, in terms of the round count, they seem to be pretty close. But in terms of the actual rounds, I feel like it's hell on one person's side. It's either ArcGraves destroys him or BreadMaster crushes him. It's not particularly close within each round, which is kind of funny.
Like one thing that like for most Taki players, I believe from the Omega XCN view of the matchup, this isn't that bad. But for a larger portion of the Taki players, this is a horrible matchup. But from my opinion at least, I feel that this is a very bad matchup because this distance where he's at right there, Killick can fight at that the entire time, and Taki has to do a lot to try to get in. A lot of her A moves with, her B moves with. His 2A hits further than the majority of her moves. Yeah, and same thing like with the Oki on knockdown. Taki has to get a little bit closer, and any slight backstep or slight movement can allow Killick to more or less attack for free, and Taki can't get in. And so Taki has to take a lot of risk in this matchup.
Sure, that makes sense. I wish we were seeing a little bit more of like a grab game from ArcGraves. Maybe he doesn't feel comfortable doing it just because Killick players duck all the time to do Wall Rising B, so maybe like that's the idea that he's going for. It's kind of a shame though, because I find that Taki's Oki on all of her grabs is kind of absurd.
I definitely agree with you there, but once again, that's the issue with this matchup is that the stuff that Taki wants to do to try to get into grab mix, if Killick is just like, I'm going for Raw Rising B because I'm the greatest all the time, then he's gonna get he gets a lot of free real estate. See, goes up. It looks like it's no ring out.
Yeah, it's about like threading the needle of trying to catch him on some of these auto GIs. And the second that ArcGraves get into a situation like this, he seems to really become a champion. So BreadMaster decides to do an aggressive soul charge, which I kind of like, especially with the fact that he has like the 2 rounds. We get the cans.
And life's a body even.
Oh, I kind of wish. No, that's not good. Wow, it didn't even look like he did anything. Oh no punish. That was like the twitchiest of twitch ducks to the point where ArcGraves wasn't even sure what happened, but he didn't get any kind of a punish, and that's like minus 85 on whiff.
Oh, good duck!
Oh, great.
Oh, or is it A?
I think he just got perturbed by the fact that CE didn't work. You have a lot of time to do any kind of whiff punish that you want. He could have literally taunted and then did a 3B and had no problems. So it's kind of unfortunate that he went for some sort of a string that doesn't even combo on natural. It was very weird. But in any case, BreadMaster up 2-1. We're going to go with about as neutral of a stage as possible now. Haven't really seen the ringouts come into play literally at all.
No, not really. Like, just from a Taki matchup perspective, like this stage actually works out a lot better than the ship. If you're trying to play towards her advantages, you still run across the range issue, and that's like her primary. That's her primary weakness. But right now, BreadMaster is really playing this exceptionally well, doing the 3Ks while rising Bs as necessary, and really just moving around because he's taking advantage of a lot of the things that she struggles with and is using that as his primary offense, which is extremely good.
Yeah, I think one of the things that we're definitely seeing a lot of is just the fact that, like, they're both effectively hitting each other the same amount of times, except when BreadMaster is hitting, he's getting that amount of damage that we just saw, and when ArcGraves is right, he's getting that, which is significantly less paltry, doesn't add to a knockdown, so he needs to come up with those situations that we've already seen him do. We've already seen him demonstrate the ability to overwhelm his opponent with a variety of small pokes at small frame disadvantage in his face. If he can try to create that situation more often than is happening, then it could be good.
The GI.
It's also important to note that we did see an A6 just frame blocked and no punish off of the stance transition. I think that's something that ArcGraves could potentially capitalize on.
Like,
yeah, see, like...
That hurts.
Yeah, it sucks. But also, again, important to note that, like, BreadMaster didn't necessarily try to do anything about that stance transition, so I wonder if ArcGraves should just, at least for a few games, try to shove that down his throat to see if he knows how to deal with it, because if he doesn't, I mean, that's a hell of a lot of pressure. Fantastic man, he really gets some good punishes sometimes. It's really good.
No punish.
Gotta have to use that meter at some point.
Yeah, he's also got to just finish it off with a slide BA afterwards for the guaranteed damage. Like, if you get that 4 BA, you need to... Like, he's doing a lot more resets, which I understand the point behind it, but it's not really a good thing to do for the Killick matchup in particular.
Yeah, see, it's these situations where it seems like, okay, I guess BreadMaster is getting a little bit more comfortable in those situations, and so he feels more willing to, like, throw something out there as super crazy and stuff. And as long as he can create a situation that's just weird enough to get him out, that's dead, right?
Or grab. Nope. Oh, it barely was. I just saw them give him the magic pencil.
Yeah. But like, it seems like BreadMaster is being just weird enough in some of these intense situations that it's giving ArcGraves a little bit of uncomfortability.
Yeah, it's really like, this is one of those, like, I know Amy has a similar issue with her range, where once she gets red, she has a few more options for, a few more safer options, I guess, for
spacing out and stuff like that,
yeah. But, oh lord, and got the lethal hit too. But that's like that matchup issue is the same for Amy as it is for Taki, except for Amy has a close range knockdown button, which Taki doesn't. But still, like, BreadMaster's playing this exceptionally well. He's sticking to a 2 to 3 character distance. Whenever she gets in about the 1 character distance, he's pressing a button and saying, "You stand back." Like, Ninja's not welcome over here and stick land you.
Yeah, he's doing a very good job of effectively playing the... It's very reminiscent of when a small range, faster button character plays against, like, Cervantes or something, where it's just a matter of kind of bobbing and weaving, taking whatever small hits you have to in order to create that big opportunity for a solid punish, and then he finishes it out in style. So ArcGraves really needs to be more successful with his overall ability, or potentially try to slow it down. I just
bottom with the 2K?
Yeah.
like for this one, I can say, like, there needs to be more approaches with just 6G, not going to Stalker, and then approach with like 6G, go for like a 3A, go for a 3A, 3K, or something to just keep BreadMaster from moving.
Is it possible that ArcGraves does not feel comfortable with that because that strategy, at least in my experience, typically is not very good in a traditional online environment? Like, trying to
it's not
forward and block is just not really a thing. So is it possible that he's just not used to that being a viable option?
Oh, and that is a thing. You're 100% accurate on that.
Maybe, I'm just speculating, but...
Well, no, it's something that I've seen, like, at least for... now that we've gone online more, is that we're more buttons-oriented for setting offensive and defensive situations instead of just step G.
Yeah.
Because...
That's literally impossible. I think he should actually try to use meter here. I think ArcGraves should actually try to use meter and become the comeback king. I know it's probably not the best idea in the world, but, like, I don't know. I really feel like he needs to get this round.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And really, like, in many situations where BreadMaster comes in and he's throwing out a button, he needs to walk in, step up, then backstep, like create a whiff punish. And he's spending more time pressing buttons than he is trying to establish any situation for a whiff punish. But he has 2 bars now, and you don't want to die high on cholesterol. Spend the money.
Yeah, have we seen ArcGraves use? We definitely haven't seen him use a CE yet. I'm struggling to remember when we've seen him use a Soul Charge. Oh, right, he uses Soul Attack. That's what he does. Okay.
Yeah, and that's close to killing. No wall splat.
No. That was a little bit ambitious there, BreadMaster. Oh, but you can get a punish!
Too late!
Oh, dude, no. That sucks. Is he dead? He's not dead yet. Well, he is now. That really sucks. I think he really called BreadMaster's ambitious punish, trying to catch ArcGraves teleporting in, and then he just didn't get his punish. And again, any kind of uncomfortability that BreadMaster has with regards to dealing with Taki pressure is mitigated by his complete comfortability for punishing as hard as possible when he has an opportunity to. He's getting so many lethal hits for that.
And like the other thing is that like you see like just the main thing that the tail of the tape really is the ranges that Killick's able to fight at. Like you're able to see he's staying back, and every time ArcGraves tries to come in, like he's going to hit that back step. Like when he just had that wind roll coming in, and as soon as he saw that, he was like wind roll and quick back step because he knows how much more powerful that is against the character.
Unfortunately, I also feel like ArcGraves is twitch ducking a little bit too much, and I think it's really hitting him pretty hard. And I don't really think that BreadMaster has done a lot of conditioning to catch him trying to duck. There haven't been that many lows, and I can't remember there being a single grab so far this set. There was one when Killick was in Soul Charge, but that's not really the same thing as a regular grab. Nobody's doing any grabs, and it's kind of crazy to me.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand why ArcGraves isn't, but why Killick isn't is a bigger issue, and he just fell for it. Okay.
I guess the idea is that like BreadMaster doesn't want when Taki is close enough for grabs to have happened, he's dealing with this kind of pressure, right? And so like he doesn't get an opportunity to do grabs. The Taki player isn't gonna stay there long enough. Oh, somebody's listening to me. You went for a grab. But yeah, it's really weird.
And good thing he's doing just Stalker K instead of Stalker KA. So it's a solid option. He needs to get the heck out of dodge, though. He's finna die. Vacuum stick connects. Congo.
Yeah, see, the grabs happen in Soul Charge, but other than that, they don't. Yeah, that's like, man. BreadMaster, honestly, overall, is just out-mixing ArcGraves at the moment. Like, when he has the opportunity for a mid-low after a wake-up or something like that, he's kind of been right, like, every time.
Yeah. And ArcGraves is really, he's being way too aggressive on his lethal hit. This won't ring out, though.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That leads me to believe that BreadMaster's getting a little bit ambitious on his own way. Oh, no, I don't think that was a good idea at all. He put himself in a terrible situation. He's still kind of dealing with it. Oh, okay. All right, you get a little bit of something here. Actually, I forgot that Taki's I-12 punish was amazing. Nice block on the Dixio kicks. Oh,
the first hit with, and he needs to go in. No! Get out, pop Soul Charge, fam, do it! He back grab. Okay.
I really feel like ArcGraves is kind of falling apart here. It was a fantastic deal. Okay, so he ends up getting it. But like, there were a handful of situations where I think he could have gotten the win. Went for a grab after the whiff GI. I always hate when people try to grab as a whiff punish because it's like the one thing that the opponent can still deal with. Good bait! He's got double bar. In fact, both of them have quite a lot of meter. You really hope that ArcGraves doesn't end up choking this.
Why isn't anybody using Ryzen A?
Okay.
For not back grab.
BreadMaster has to use meter now, right? Okay, no, he tried to do a back K, not so much.
And right now, this is looking real. So, in this current situation, he could, and he just whiffed.
No, he didn't, because it's Killick.
Oh my goodness!
It's somehow Killick. He still has a bar. I think he's actually dead to a CE. Okay, good. I was gonna say if if BreadMaster came up with something for a CE whip punish, I think he was dead. So good on ArcGraves not to allow that situation to slip through his fingers. I feel like there's a significant difference in clutch factor going on with these two players at the moment. It's something that can be, because I'm one of the least clutch factor human beings on the face of the earth, it is possible to work around that. Did you see that, Major? I dropped the game-winning combo, I think, 4 different times. So I'm just saying it is possible to work around it. So you just got to play. A broken character. So. But okay, that was about as convincing of a round as we've had in quite a while for ArcGraves. So let's see if we. I mean, do you think that maybe ArcGraves should go with a little bit more 3B?
Like, I think he should go with 3A.
3A. Honestly. Okay. I actually can't remember which one is Taki's 3A visually.
It's a mid cut. And it stops the wall rising. It stops wall rising B. It stops any sidestep movement that you'd want to do. It doesn't handle backdash well, but it's something where once you establish pressure, he's dead. Thanks for playing.
Yeah, there's like so many times ArcGraves is kind of handing the win to BreadMaster. I kind of wish he would stop doing it.
It was like once you establish pressure, you can do that and then force him to stay there. It does chip damage, and it forces the Killick player to try to backdash. And when you use that, you can establish 3B afterwards. But then you make the Killick player actually have to live with an option.
Yeah, he has to take some sort of a bet that could have.
Okay, science exists.
You know what? I'm not really that surprised. Just based on what Killick hitboxes are like, I'm not wholeheartedly surprised about that. He doesn't get his punish, which ends up punishing him, and that is, I'm going to say, the third or fourth time we've seen that 4-4K in that situation, and it hits ArcGraves every time. He's very insistent on committing to ducks, and I don't think that BreadMaster has created enough conditioning for that to be the case. I don't
that
know
grab.
Alright, Soul Charge versus Soul Charge. Is ArcGraves going to play it defensively? No, he's not. I kind of...
No!
Oh! Couldn't that have been a 3B for... Well, I guess it doesn't matter. So we're going to go with 2 and 2. What is that, 1 bar to 2? Okay, yeah, 1 bar to 2. But honestly, Killick with a meter advantage in the last round is nowhere near as scary as, say...
Lethal hit.
A character like Mina or Aswell or something like that.
Good cancel.
Yeah. Oh no, don't get too slow, ArcGraves. Okay, BreadMaster getting a little bit insistent on this mix-up. It's like, well, if you're going to stand in front of me, I might as well just go for the mix-up that I have.
It hits. Oh no. Oh. Lethal hit. Dink.
So, are we going to go with Soul Attack? Yeah. Alright, Soul Charge versus Soul Charge. What a bulldog! Oh no! The wall rising beat evasion is enough to get out of that situation. So, at least I was right on a portion of my prediction. I felt that BreadMaster was going to be the first one to get to 5, and now it's up to, again, there is still plenty of time for ArcGraves to figure out what the situation is. We have had comebacks like this in the past. First to 10 is a long time, so he can still come up with something. And honestly, I don't think ArcGraves is getting decimated here. He's making some of the right reads. He may be getting out, like, clutched or something like that. But, you know, these kinds of series that he's gotten every once in a while, they're really strong. And so, if he just changes up 1 or 2 things, I think it could go really well for him.
Yeah, I do think that, like, the fact, I know ArcGraves used to use 3A a whole lot more, and I feel the lack of that button is greatly hurting him continuing to establish pressure. Like, yes, it's minus 10, but it's one of those where it's like, you throw it out, and you, like, because, yeah, English is hard. Well, yeah. Because you're struggling to actually get damage in, you need to start relying more on Taki's chip damage to establish that pressure.
Oh, for sure, yeah. And I mean, does minus 10 against Killick... I mean, obviously minus 10 is never great, but is minus 10 against Killick specifically really, like, that dangerous? I don't know.
No, it nets absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I mean, he certainly doesn't get anything guaranteed. I just, perhaps I'm down on Killick. I'm not actually impressed by the character overall in terms of his ability to, like, utilize his ability for, like, utilizing frame disadvantage and stuff. Man, ArcGraves should just go with 3B, because BreadMaster never challenges just straight up 3B on block, and he punishes the 3B into the jump so heavily.
Yeah.
So, I don't even cancel it. Just go raw 3B, dude. Go 3B into 3B. I mean, whatever, you know?
Yeah, but he's also gotten, like, a lot of pay dirt off of 9A, which has been really good, but I do feel that, like, once again in this matchup, Killick has a lot of tools to make Taki play uncomfortably.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, effectively, and so, like, being forced to stand there for that wall rising B, and it's not even like he gets anything out of it. Didn't get anything out of the 2-2B on block, which is unfortunate, but la-di-da! That was cool. That was the first time we've seen that, and he was able to. That was the first time that BreadMaster has gone off of the ground with an unblockable, and yeah, that was about as cool of a punish as I think I might have ever seen, short of like an Astaroth Titan Bomb or something.
Which is also sick.
Yeah, it's always sick watching Killick get caught out of the air. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, hit up with a Dimension Moon.
Yeah.
All right, well, while Rising B connects, Soul Charge, and he waits it out. Good stuff. Good punish.
Ooh.
Watch the low.
Tried to get out of there. Needs to like dance around.
Making him burn his life. And he's dead.
Oh, I was unaware that was going to kill. I thought there was still some sort of a 50-50 Yoki situation. Okay, 2 bars to 1. Honestly, if I'm ArcGraves, I just like hella use the meter like right away. Like, find a way to soul attack or whatever, and just utilize the frame advantage that you have, the life advantage that you have.
What, bro? Hits him with the low.
Oh, tech jump.
Good challenge by BreadMaster, though.
It's got a little bit of... Oh, no! Is he out? No, he's not, because we get... What are you doing? No! Okay, that's safe, I guess. There's so much going wrong here. Okay, here's chip damage. Oh, here's real damage. Don't get run out. Don't you dare. Yeah, he immediately... No! Oh! Oh, man, ArcGraves.
Like, I knew it was coming.
Yeah,
you knew it was coming.
Yeah, that was shades of Zoslamo before his 50-50 grab reverse ring out got nerfed. Where it's just like, you knew, but you just didn't feel like you had the ability to back up. And I feel like ArcGraves could have used meter, he could have done... Honestly, he probably should have just backed up and just returned to neutral. And like, the second that there's any kind of problem, then you pop Soul Charge and you try to like do chip damage, and I think that was the plan, but... I don't know, man.
It's a rough one.
Yep.
BreadMaster is not interrupting, though, the A6 going A6 to win roll, and you can throw a 2A directly in between that and then stop all mix-up, but I see why, and that drops.
Yeah, like, if they're not going to do it, I would immediately think, like, oh, I mean, if he's going to let me get away with it, that's free pressure, so I might as well keep going with it.
Yeah, he almost, like, for some reason that clashed, but that would have led to a lethal hit, but...
Oh.
3B.
Oh, man, he dedicates so hard to these ducks sometimes, and it really doesn't seem to net him a lot.
Like, it's something that is like I remember as an old Soul Calibur 3 man dude, Sir Smooth, and he said Killick as a character, for some reason the design has human nature built into it where you want to duck. Even though you shouldn't duck. You just see him and you're like, I'm gonna duck now. And that's still a thing in Soul Calibur 6 where for some reason you want to duck Killick even though you shouldn't. But BreadMaster is extremely comfortable at this moment. Good step. Goes for the Raw Rising B. Gets clipped once. Lethal hit.
Yeah, it's just like these individual hits. This is very... Wow, that was so much damage. Okay, so are we going to try and back up? Or are we gonna... Okay, we're going to once again go in against Killick in Soul Charge. And see, this is the thing. It's just like every time that BreadMaster hits, it's worth like 2 to 3 times what ArcGraves gets.
But this is going to hurt.
He gets Oki here. Does he decide to use it? He does. Okay!
And then he makes him duck this time.
Stutter step into empty jump into stutter 3B. Now that's some layers.
That's some Virtual Fighter stuff right there.
Yeah, right? Doesn't get a punish on that, what is that, B4?
Good forward grab. Yeah.
Yeah, now we're seeing some grabs happen. Oh, okay, I think he was worried about the back turn K. It didn't come out, though.
It's getting spooky around here.
Yeah. Kind of have to, like, tiptoe around this guy. Tiptoe around the Killick player. Like, you gotta, like, walk on eggshells. Grabs are actually showing up now. Not getting punishes on those, though. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Use
the meter, bro. You got it. Use it.
Yeah, I think ArcGraves will consider this a win if he can get BreadMaster to spend a bar in this round. Okay, and that's
get it. Got him!
He's dead for sure.
And that is a 3-6.
Yeah, again, very similar to what's going on in the rounds, where it's like every time Taki wins like one round or gets like some damage, BreadMaster will just do an overwhelming larger amount of damage. Every time BreadMaster wins 2, it's when ArcGraves wins 1. So it's just not... Overall, they are doing fine against each other. It's just it's eking out a little bit more as time goes on for BreadMaster's favor.
That's another one that still hurts. He caught the counter hit, but the counter hit didn't stun properly.
I hope that's not adding to a frustration factor where he feels like he's not able... Frustration factors like that can create hesitancy when you're trying to like pull stuff out, and so that can be very frustrating. And see, like, again, it's like, I'm gonna say 1 round out of every like 5 or 6 rounds is just ArcGraves going... is just on top of BreadMaster and he can't do anything. If he can create those situations more often, this would be a lot more even.
Yeah, that is the frustration of the
Oh.
entire docu. Go! He almost got the kill. He should have did a 3B.
Every time he jumps, it freaks me out. Like, he always jumps to put himself in a terrible ring position, and it bothers me. I wish he would stop doing that.
It is a butt clincher.
Yeah.
And while Rising B hits,
He's got a bar, though. Okay. He could...
It's
Alright,
below.
he's dead to his CE, technically. Oh, tried to get that vertical. It didn't work out, and that's going to do it if I understand correctly. Yep, adjustment.
and he got the combo.
Okay, I think this would be the first time that we've seen ArcGraves go, like, on a streak. If he gets this round.
If he gets it, but
Yeah.
we've just cursed him.
Yes, you know what? I wholeheartedly apologize. if he ends up losing this, I won't knock ArcGraves. I will simply apologize.
Shaking the chicken bones in the
Yeah.
Taki Discord.
He keeps trying to sidestep that BBB, but he keeps doing it the other direction. He needs to go the other way.
Yeah.
Which is stupid, but that's the way it is. Decides not to
And he's-
spend meter on this. I 100% agree. Oh, wow, okay.
Hey, good night.
Wait.
And just like that, the Hooju worked.
Yeah. Come to think of it, with the way that he tried to get up off of the ground, couldn't Taki have 3B'd him for like a ring out there? That was a kind of crazy dangerous that BreadMaster would go for that there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
But-
Wall Rising K. BreadMaster getting even more ambitious than he used to before. Potentially adding even further to ArcGraves' frustration, coupled with the fact that he's not getting these block punishes.
Block punishes are difficult. In fact, he's on the warpath, man.
You gotta spend
Like,
Please spend
just
No!
spin the meter. Spin the meter.
Dude, 66B is getting so much. ArcGraves is ducking too much, honestly. He got, like, there was one grab in Soul Charge that ended up killing ArcGraves. I don't think that in a first to 10, that's enough to eat so many 66Bs. But he's got the meter advantage here.
But like right now, like it's like I hate to say it again, but BreadMaster, he established the range where Taki's only way to approach is a high, and all of his mids are unsafe at a particular distance. So he's just gonna start throwing out moves like that, and it's hard to not run into it.
Oh man, that really sucks. There were like 2 times during that sequence where BreadMaster just did a move, any move on block that was relatively safe, into a wall rising B pretty much immediately. Had ArcGraves found some way to thread the needle just a little bit, he would have been golden, but it didn't pan out. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's where patience comes in, where naturally you want to run in and lead. Oh my goodness, big
That was
damage.
almost
That
that light, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you can actually get a little more than that.
I mean, I guess it's not really something that you see all that often, but unfortunately, that's going to be the only hit that ArcGraves is going to get that round.
Ah, goodness, it's like I'm enjoying what BreadMaster is doing just because it's like this is how you're supposed to play this matchup against Taki. Like you're supposed to establish that distance. I don't know what the duck was for. No ring out, not max damage, but he at least came for Oki. Gets punished out of it though.
Yeah, that's the other
but-
thing. So ArcGraves is not really getting a lot out of his Oki. BreadMaster is switching up his options in such a weird way that it's difficult to corral him into what you want him to do.
Yeah, and in particular for this matchup, got him.
Got
Him again. I heard you try doing a mix-up. I'm ducking now.
Yeah.
But like in general, for like a lot of the things in this matchup, you want to go and try to use the 2K to establish pressure and the 2A to stop him from moving. But with Killick in particular, his wall rising B backsteps Taki's 2A.
Right.
And so, like, that particular matchup knowledge doesn't really work. But
Natural
good
evasion is very frustrating in the situation. Gets the wall rising K with a soul attack. Huge amount of soul charge.
He just
damage
does it
credit.
again.
Yeah. If at first you don't succeed, right?
Like, I'm going to do it.
Yeah. I mean, he has so many games to burn at this point that if he just wants to try and bulldog his way to another 3 wins, I mean, he's perfectly willing to sacrifice a huge chunk of games just to ensure the few amount of wins that he still needs, right? So, I can kind of understand it. The first time that we've seen a lethal hit post-GI... Oh, is this a thing? Oh, I didn't know
It
about
is.
this. Is this worth the damage? Yeah, that didn't look like
Yeah.
it failed at all.
That's pretty worth.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Gets a punish.
You're mine. Stay down.
Alright, both dead to a CE now. significantly easier for Taki to pull off a whiff CE punish. Gets a little bit off of that duck there, but not really a whole lot.
Nope.
He's being very hesitant right now. Gets the damage. Needs off of the GI. Yes, okay. See, these situations are what ArcGraves needs in order to pull off the set. Is he's creating the situations for BreadMaster to be uncomfortable. He's just not necessarily capitalizing on them with damage. But he's getting a lot of mileage out of what we talked about before. The A6 into, you know the name of the stance, but getting into that, and the fact that BreadMaster is not answering that transition is a big deal. Oh yeah? Okay.
He went for it!
Might as well.
Hit him with the Guild Special. I respect it.
Nice.
And
dead to a 50-50
two
here.
pokes.
Oh man, the natural evasion that Killick has is doing him wonders here. Okay, there we go. He did not duck into the 4-4K that time, so that's good.
All right, good for A by BreadMaster.
Yeah, he sprinted all the way up there for that. That's curious to me why he would do that.
I'm impressed that, like, after blocking guard crush, he was like, I'm just going to do this again. Like, some of the poke options, I'm just like, you know what? He went for it because he could.
Okay, there we go. I was about to say he didn't get anything out of that whiff, which is unfortunate, but, okay. This is a kill, right? This scales significantly. Yeah, it scales significantly. No. So you have a bar. In fact, Killick is practically almost dead to Ataki CE if he pulls it off, but yeah, BreadMaster just trying to overwhelm him with a good BB.
Did not count on the counter hit. No duck.
BreadMaster getting a little bit more bold with some of these just in Taki's face mix-ups. I think he's realized that even when they're up close, he seems to have the initiative, so it's up to ArcGraves to try and initiate that again. And getting good damage off of places like this is the way to do it. Okay. Oh, that was a counter hit.
Yes! Good break on the grab.
Oh, okay.
You know what, like, for that particular one, I thought he was going to go for the woe situation where if he knows he's going to get punished, he does a 3B to Stalker B to just throw off your time.
Sure. Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I mean, hey, just keep at it. Just keep going with it, right? Yeah, see, you just, like, literally go up there and do A6 into the stance over and over again. Just keep doing it.
Namco did not bless us.
No, that's going to be too slow, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and that's guaranteed if you ever see the CE flash.
Oh, that's it.
That is it.
Alright, 1 bar to 1 bar for the last round. Unfortunately, in almost every situation that we've been in with this... Oh, sorry, it's 1 bar to 2. BreadMaster seems to be the one that picks it up, so hopefully ArcGraves can kind of break that.
And like that, JJ is...
Oh, God, you're right. No, you know what? I didn't say... All I said was hopefully, so maybe it's not the same thing. Prove me wrong, ArcGraves. You can do it. He's so close. Ha ha ha! I didn't do it that time.
I saw you had your chicken balls ready to shake for the Hooju.
I had them. I had the bucket ready. I should probably mention to everybody who's in the Twitch chat, just so you guys know, I mean, I did stream with a camera before, but I didn't show that I just have a bucket of chicken bones. just buy my stream setup because, you know, I've got that.
He's here for the voodoo.
For a
the
variety
commentator's
of
curse is real.
Yeah. I've got my incense.
You saw Princess and the Frog a few times, took a few notes.
Sure, I have a DVD copy of the Princess and the Frog. I just have all this stuff ready, on hand, for whatever situation.
As necessary.
Alright, so
whenever a Siegfried...
Yeah, well, the BreadMaster is getting a little bit more aggressive with some, like, small pokes. Honestly, I don't think this is a good idea. I think this is putting himself in a position where ArcGraves can potentially make this comeback, because if they're both trading small hits for small hits, that's where Taki's going to do the most damage.
Yeah, this
is where BreadMaster wants to do. God, getting so much out of this A6.
Oh, he's dead. So what I'm seeing at least is like, so BreadMaster he's now up at Discord Tech. Like he's up. I'm seeing him read like the Killick Oki scenarios, hop over. Good GI, leave a hit. Not a lot of damage, but enough to put him in an advantageous scenario.
Looks like he's just going to try to use the soul charge to try and get out of the situation. He's probably not going to want to try and heal, especially at this point. You just have to deal with these 6/6Bs. Okay, so he does to try to heal. He gets a little bit out of that. Oh! What an anti-air! Air to air, really?
Bad grab.
There's the punishes we need. Sometimes he gets them off of Wall Rising Bees, sometimes he doesn't. Honestly, it really feels like a huge bulk of the beginning games where ArcGraves warming up. And I think it might have just taken him a little bit too long. Now, he's not down by that much, so he can still make this comeback. Oh no, did I do it again? No.
Oh, he's done it! He's done it!
No, that's only, but I'm the one who talked about it, so that's... I've got the rules manual here, too. See what I mean? It's working. It's got the meter advantage. No.
Uh-oh.
That was a counter hit somehow.
Bad grab, he can't break it!
No! ArcGraves is never gonna come on my stream again. He's gonna be so upset with me.
Oh,
man. With the 3B.
Good low poke. Gets him down.
Yeah, a lot of small challenges. Oh boy. Into a soul attack. Interesting choice. Okay, and I think this is kind of what BreadMaster wanted, is for him to like try and spend bar. The most optimal punish I've ever seen. Oh, it would have been really cool if the wall was the thing that killed him there. But oh well. 1 bar to 2. They have both done well in this situation at this point.
Okie. Oh, he messed that up.
Ooh, fantastic. Oh, a run under. Both players. This is the kind of stuff that you get in a first to 10 that you don't get in a first to 2 or 3.
Yeah, but one thing that I'm not liking right now, ArcGraves is not going for the optimal 2-2B damage, but at the same time, he's still getting the damage. And that punish is not working! Whoa!
Oh man, oh man. He has found... ArcGraves has found something here. I think he has found certain strategies and timings that BreadMaster now has to figure out, because you only needed 3 games. Is it possible that BreadMaster was getting too confident? Is it possible that he needs to wake up again and try to do what he was doing in the beginning part of the set? Or does he have to come up with something new? I can't tell.
It doesn't connect. If BreadMaster loses this next one, he might need to switch stages, just because he may have gotten too used to the creature comforts of the ice stage.
Yeah, maybe. Try to get something with a little bit more ring out opportunities. I really don't like ArcGraves' stage positioning when he does that. It's very scary. He puts himself at the ring edge, and I don't like it. No, that is not the right punish. Okay, he gets it.
Alright, D6.
They're getting a little bit... These guys are really getting a little bit wild as this set progresses.
It's a little froggy.
Yeah.
Good punish. Alright, okay. Ooh, I hate this range. I hate it. It's horrible.
Yeah, it's definitely not where he wants to be, but he's getting some of these 3Bs in good spots.
Oh no! Come on. BreadMaster.
Again, A6 into roll forward. Still working out, still netting in pressure. BreadMaster has a bar. I doubt he's going to try and use it, though. At least not right now.
Now he's got a bar.
Oh, he tried to do some sort... I don't know what kind of counter hit that was, but weird nonetheless.
Goes for the back grab. Good break.
BreadMaster is initiating over and over again. ArcGraves needs to get his head in the game.
Oh. Alright, well, final round. 2 bars. Not over with for ArcGraves. I think ArcGraves got too comfortable too, where he saw the score and was like, "I got this," and it was like, "Don't do that."
I can finally do this. It's like, okay, well, just you still need game, so let's calm down.
Goes for the grab.
It's just over and over again. ArcGraves just seems to be frozen solid. Like they're just walking around in neutral, and then the second BreadMaster tries to start something, he just allows it to happen. So I feel like he needs to be pressing a little bit more. I understand he's worried about the evasion, but okay, here we go. Wow, I think he could have CE'd in between there. He didn't finish the string. Ooh. The wall rise on the hitbox. No! Oh, once again, that 4-4K. Doing God's wonders right now.
Alright, well, BreadMaster is regain control. I think ArcGraves. I think it's time for a stage switch, because they were both very pensive on that match.
Yeah.
Runs up.
Yeah, some of these like neutral type situations, I don't know what happened. I mean, I guess ArcGraves is really looking for, like, 1 or 2 really intense reads that he can come up with in the mid-screen so that he can get in and do, like, a lot of damage, which is in turn allowing BreadMaster to not do those 2 or 3 things and just do stuff like run-up grab and stuff like that. It's providing BreadMaster with too much initiative, especially for a character like the one he's playing. Not getting anything out of those situations is an absolute killer.
Ooh, that hurts.
Yeah, you can't go with any of these strings that are non-jailing highs. Okay, potentially dead to this mix here. Nice, gets the no! What happened?
Well, like, so, it's one of those, if you do Taki's KA a little late, the A only comes out. Like, there's a... So he went for the KA, but they're like A. But... Back grab.
That was actually kind of dangerous because he could have done like a back turn K. Okay, here we go. Does he get a ring out here? Looks like he does.
This should ring out.
Okay. It's 1 round to 1 round. Remember that 1 CE that we saw from ArcGraves that was effectively a setup to use the invulnerability frames, and the fact that we have not seen Taki CE literally at all other than that one time?
Well, no, he used it once, and the second time it got GI'd.
Oh, that's true, that's true. Yeah, he tried to, like, whiff punish an RI with a CE, which isn't going to work out for Taki. Okay, here we go.
Hit.
The hop forward, suddenly, out of nowhere, doing some really solid work here. Tries to reset it to neutral, I respect it. Yeah, these little teeny tiny things are, like, the way to go. If he can get BreadMaster in that situation where he doesn't feel comfortable pressing anything, then ArcGraves can really start doing work. I should really check to see like how often these games have come down to the final round, because I'm pretty sure it's like over 75% of the time.
There we go. And he had the advantage. So like one thing that I'm not seeing though, like though we're in like the long set, I'm not seeing the full crouch 2-hit lows from Taki. And BreadMaster is now just going to murder him now.
He's got the wall, he's got soul charge, he's dead to a poke, basically. I appreciate using meter here, because I think this is, at this point, why isn't there anything there? Couldn't you just do a 6-6K or something? ArcGraves ends up getting it, but it's just like, sometimes it's like, I will see BreadMaster whiff, and it seems like ArcGraves 100% prepared for it, but his punish is like, haha, see? I got you to do it. Now, back to the match. He just like won't actually like do any damage to it. He sets up these situations sometimes, but I think he's just hesitant what with the fact that Killick hitboxes are non-understandable.
I don't understand exactly how he's that evasive, but at the same time, he hangs around with Zhenghua.
Yeah, that's true.
Goes for the back grab. So they're once again at the precipice where he stopped. Okay.
Effectively dead to another one. Oh, okay. Ooh.
Word grab broken.
BreadMaster doing once again a very fantastic job mixing up what he's going to do on his own wake up. Because sometimes he'll roll, sometimes he plays dead the entire time. The amount of time he lays prone is very interesting. He always wakes up with something, but what he wakes up with isn't enough. No, come on! Killick 101! You can't... Yo...
I just heard the disappointment.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like, of course Killick is going to go for it, right? Because I don't think there's even like a way to punish him for it. It's just a real shame that he had to fall for that so late in the set. Nothing on that 2-2-B. Is he dead? That he is. Wow. That was the most convincing match that we've seen so far. And now BreadMaster only needs one more, but this ended up being an incredibly close set.
Oh yeah.
I would not be surprised if we see a comeback here. Yeah, something tells me we're just gonna stay on the stage the whole time now.
Welcome to the stage.
Except I lied.
Final stage, unless it's like a stage that Taki enjoys. This is looking like the great outdoors near Mount Fuji. It's Ninjalandia.
Yeah, is this a fantastic place for Taki?
No, not really, but she doesn't have any good stages. She has stages that are just either mediocre or bad. Okay, so mediocre is good.
So the exact opposite of Yoshimitsu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this stage really isn't that bad. We have
neutral
wall options.
Yeah.
She has good wall damage. I have not seen Killick have much good wall damage.
I guess it's
So
just overall about as neutral as it gets, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about a fence for your ring ups anymore, which could potentially be bad for ArcGraves.
You have to worry about that random wall to the left that has jaggedy angles.
Right.
Oh!
As is the
You've
case
seen
for
it
like
before.
all walls in this game.
Yeah, some of them lack understanding for actual wall splats.
Ooh,
And then he taunted
the
him!
taunt into the grab. My friend used to do that in Soul Calibur 4. It was a legit tactic. BreadMaster, are you my friend from 15 years ago?
BreadMaster, who was a young person.
Yeah, I have no idea. Were you my friend back when I had graduated high school and you weren't in school? Dude, these hop forwards.
They're real sick.
Dude, every time he does 3B into the jump, it's like... It's such a devastating amount. I guess I just don't really see what he gets out of that option. I haven't seen, like, the success of said option.
Yeah, like the main option that you can get, like you just land. If you do the A, A option, it's negative 20 something, I think. And so it's usually kind of bad.
Right. Potentially the last round. Oh boy, ArcGraves just getting counter hit. Sometimes this just happens where you just have unfortunate timing on your options. Doesn't get anything out of that botched RI. BreadMaster tries it a second time, not so much.
Yeah, and
Okay.
this is where use your meter.
I mean, he's overwhelming him. Oh no, okay. Has to worry about potentially getting wrung out. Once again, he sidesteps to put himself in a bad stage. Jesus Christ, these hitboxes! I don't understand them. I can't abide them. Okay, there we go. We're jumping.
+4.
BreadMaster being mad stoic.
Oh,
right
he
now.
could have killed. No duck. Goes for the back grab.
That's a pretty good stage positioning here. Please don't let this end in a cheesy ring out. Okay, ArcGraves goes out of his way to get out of there. Okay.
This is a sweater right now.
Yeah, yeah, it
Use
really
your
is.
meter.
He's getting wall rising B's. He's gonna go for the soul attack. He's not. Breaks it. Kinda wish he would
Use
go into
the
soul
meter!
charge. Like, super duper wish he would go into soul charge right now. No. Okay, that's it.
Oh, he did.
Yeah. So a good match. Pretty close. Once again, kind of what I expected in terms of BreadMaster kind of taking that lead in the beginning and didn't necessarily, had some hiccups, but didn't necessarily have to let it go for the bulk of the set. And so some of the whiff punishes I think could have been a bit better for ArcGraves, and I think he did find certain spots in terms of weaknesses of BreadMaster's game plan against Hockey, and it just simply wasn't enough. Either way, it was a very close set on both sides.
Yeah, really good stuff by BreadMaster. Good stuff pulling